Hello aspirants, welcome to Law Excellence. This is Pratyusha. Today we're going to discuss an interesting topic about the recent guidelines that have been released by the Supreme Court on the suicides of the students. Now this has been repeatedly in news, and from recent past that we have taken, many students in different competitive exams, be it NEET or JEE that's been present or any other medical field that's been there. Recently in news there was a medical student that died because of two professors harassment that's been there. Or else there might be another academical pressures that have been present here. Now in this factor, Supreme Court has released certain guidelines. Now why the guidelines have been released? As India is not having a particular policy or particular framework is not being present on how to tackle the suicides that have been there. Now the Supreme Court has taken a suo motu cognizance that have been there. It means that by itself the court can take certain legal reforms that have been there. No need a person to come and petition, no need a writ should be applied. Now instead court itself, due to the societal problems that have been arising, now the court itself can come up with the guidelines, court itself can suggest certain reforms that have been needed. Now that is what we have the suo motu cognizance that have been there. Now recently in Kota region, we all know Kota is very famous for the NEET, JEE preparation that's been present in Rajasthan. Large number of student suicides have been occurred. Now, the Supreme Court has large amount of emphasis is given to the duty of the institutions. Now, institutions not just providing the education, they also have to maintain a mental health is being required. Now, on this basis, the Supreme Court has given certain guidelines regarding the different reforms. Now, when we see the statistics that are being present, according to National Crime Record Bureau of India, in 2002, when we see the rate that has been there, around 13,000 students suicide has been reported in 2021, and major suicide deaths have been occurred in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu that's been there, and in Kota itself, the last year, so around 2023, or around 20 plus suicides have been occurred. Now when we see what are the main reasons why we are having the suicide deaths that have been there. Now this death might be due to the academic pressure. No, a person has been there. No, they want to aspire to clear an exam that's been present. Now if the person is not clearing the exam, the pressure of the mental economical success that's been there, that's not been able to take in, or it might be due to the parental expectations. Now the failure of the exam was less rather than disappointing the parents that have been there. Now parental disappointment, parental expectations reaching them is a major task or major pressure that the students are being facing, or else it might be due to the lack of mental health support. Now a person is not being properly mentally present, or concentration is not being there, proper health support system is not being provided to the student. Then we have fear of failure, like many of the people due to this peer pressure, peer race, another cousin or another student has been achieved success in the small age and it's directly important or it's been impacted in us. Now we see here a lot of things regarding the success stories that have been there. And we also have the financial stress that have been there. Now, due to various reasons, we are having the suicides of the students that have been there. Based on this, we have the Supreme Court has been given different instructions regarding the academical reforms or the institutional reforms that have been there, or how the capacity building should be present. Now first when we see the institutional mechanisms or what mandates have been given by the Supreme Court regarding changes in the institutional structure that has been there. First one, we have been stating that the mandatory mental health counselors are being there. Now if you see in the abroad nations that have been there, now here every school has a counselor. Every school counselor will be dealing with different behaviors of the student that's been there, or if a student is underperforming, the counselors will deal with the students, they will encourage them, they will provide different inputs for the completion of the curriculum and all, etc. Now along with the counselors, we should also have well-being committees. So majorly we should start student mental health and well-being committees should be started in the institutions. Then we should have grievance redressal mechanism. Now something has happened, no, there's a large amount of academical pressure, or some faculty is been stressing out regarding the marks or etc. that's been there. Now there should be some grievance redressal where they can put their concerns. Now we should have a grievance redressal cell should be present in each institutions, and we also have to have periodic mental health audits. Not just putting committees, just putting the counselors is not enough. Now audits are being required. Now how the students have been there, how is the pressure they have been handling. Now audits also are being given in the guidelines. Then we have the academic reforms that have been there. Now we all know the large amount of focus is on the exams, or large amount of stress is being given on the ranks that have been there. Did you get first rank? Did you get 90 plus that's been marks that have been there? Top 5, top 10 that has been there. Now this kind of stress that has been created in the curriculum, now this has to be de-stressed. De-stressing of the curriculum should be present, where they have to review the syllabus that has been, overload of the syllabus should be decreased, or is flexibility should be allowed. Now if a person fails, it doesn't mean that he's failed a whole year. No, the batches wise or the phasing wise of the curriculum success should be there. Then we should not have any harsh punitive actions that have been there. Now if a person is there, if he is having less amount of marks, or he's not performing well in the class, no, he should not be publicly shamed, stating that you're not fit for the exam and all. So public shaming should not be present, forced dropouts or punitive isolations. No, such kind of decisions from the academics should not be present. Then we should avoid result-based discrimination. Now this is a common phenomena that we'll have. Now after a period of time, in a class, if we are having a good amount of students have been there, all the good students have been taken separated, separation has been shown, and the normal mediocre students have been separated. Now we have differentiation that is being shown. Now that avoiding the result-based discrimination is one of the major steps regarding the reforms or the guidelines that are being provided. Not only the institutional and the academic ones that have been there, we also have legal and administrative reforms that have been there. As I told you, there's no particular policy, no particular act is being present where it gives the guidelines to the states, gives guidelines to the institutions that are being present. So here it gives them regulations to the coaching institutions, where it has the Supreme Court has directed the union government to frame national guidelines or laws to regulate the coaching centers that are being present. And the institution qualities also, not just the student mental health that's been there. They also have to include in this one the teaching, how is the teaching present, how is the fee structure that has been there, and what is the psychological support the coaching institution has been providing the students. Then we have the monitoring of the state government. So not just the union government framework, even the state government should maintain a central registry for the suicide that have been occurring, tracking the patterns that have been there, and also follow-up institutions that have been there. And we should have strict implementation of MHCA of 2017, where that is the Mental Health Care Act that has been there. Ensuring the access, we also have a right to access proper mental health care, that system that's been there. Then not only the institutions, not only the academics that have been there, we also have awareness phenomena. Not only the institutions or the government should go with the guidelines, even the awareness in the people should also be present. So first one, we have awareness and capacity building that has been there, where we should sensitize the teachers that have been present. Teacher sensitization. Now, as I am the one who will be more interacting with the students, now I should be aware of what is the mental health, or how should the mental health should be identified. If a person is not performing well, now how I should take care of those persons and all. Now, such awareness, first aid training should be given to the teachers. Then we also have to have parental education. Not just the teachers, even the parents are involved in maintaining the mental health of students that are being there. And also we should encourage the peer mentorship program. See, even though they are parents, even though they are teachers that are helping, our friends are being more very close to us and we listen to them. So this is where we can get the help from the friends also. Now peer mentorship programs also have been there. Now these are the different systems that are being given by the Supreme Court, or different guidelines that have been given. Now apart from this, we also can write in the mains answer regarding the way forward. What can be done to improvise more? This will be including creating national mental health curriculums in the schools, inclusion of the life skills and emotional resilience in the pedagogy. Now this is very important. Now not just the marks, not just the race for the success that's been there. Now the concept understanding the knowledge, application of the education. Now this is where the more concentration should be present. Then establishment of suicide prevention task force at the state level, encouraging safe digital platform for anonymous. Then we have integration of AI based early warning tools. Now through all these factors, we can help in decreasing the students' suicides that have been there, and proper pedagogy in the India can be improved. Thank you.